Hello, Google adventurers. We are going to take a little bit of a look into advanced search options. I'm going to introduce you to a few search options that you can use yourself, as well as ones that you might want to introduce to your students in order to make searching with Google just that much easier. Let's get started on our journey. So search operators and a few things that you can do in regards to advanced searching with Google. So we're going to preview some skills here that really should help you in searching for information while you are on Google's browser, Google Chrome for that matter, and also on Google itself. Also, we'll preview some things that you might need to know in regards to advanced search for the upcoming certification. So first things first, here in the post that you see, you're looking at the current video for the homework. But posted here in the assignment are some additional resources for all of you. You're going to see that there's a list here of all of the search operators that are useful in Google. There are 42 of them. Some of these, honestly, in looking at this article, never heard of them before. But there are a whole bunch of these that you can look at and start to get using. I think these are kind of like keyboard shortcuts. The more you use them, the more adept you're going to be at putting them into practice. The second link I have for you is probably one that is a place to get started. And this is where I'm going to go over some to start with. The 5 must-have Google search strategies that you can use. I really think that you can pass this along to your students at any age group. This will definitely help them search with Google a little bit more adeptly. And also, lastly, not Google search related, but some killer Chrome tips and tricks that you can use in your Chrome web browsers. When you have a chance, definitely check those out. So let's talk first about, in the article, they talk first about the use of quotation marks. So depending on what subject matter you might be looking for. So again, when I go to google.com, part of my typing, doing this in real time, it allows me to do certain things. So for example, if I were looking for the specifics of the quote, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. So first of all, we're looking for the exact words when we put it in quotation marks. This will normally take us to places that are going to have best reviewed information regarding this particular subject that we're searching for. Okay, it still is a large amount of information, but at least we'll narrow it down first. You'll also notice that there is predictive text here that you can use. So when I hit enter, it's going to bring me to some of the first, where this is actually from, what the meaning of it is. It's going to bring up the specific locations that you're going to find those specific words. Okay. The next one that we can look at is the search operator of the word or. If we put the word or in capital letters in between two things, preferably in quotation marks, for example, climate change or global warming, we're going to get entries for both of those specific things. It's going to talk about both of those specific search topics. It's going to use them interchangeably in regards to climate or global warming. Remember that or must be capitalized when you go through that particular activity. There's also the minus sign that can be used where you're looking to take out specific terms that you don't want to come up in your search query. Famous example is you're going to put in apple. You might want to subtract the fruit if you're looking for the company of Apple. For example, I happen to be a New York Jets fan. My condolences to any of the rest of you that happen to be as well. If I put in minus hockey, sorry about my typing, and minus Winnipeg, okay, you're going to see that I'm going to get entries for, excuse me, that's supposed to be spaces in between. Okay, and it's going to bring up only the New York Jets because it's going to subtract any search entries about the Winnipeg Jets, who are a hockey team in the NHL. And you can read many of the articles about the New York Jets that make me incredibly sad. That is what you can use these minus operators for. Okay, so now let's talk about some advanced searching options in regards to images in Google. If we're looking for a specific image with usage rights for a specific project that we're working on, or a publication that we're putting together, there might be specific things that you're looking for in regards to size, usage rights, pixel count, whatever. You might have specific things that you might be looking for. So I'm going to start by putting in Golden Retriever. And then, of course, I'm going to click on images, and that's going to bring me to the images of a Golden Retriever. Aren't they adorable? I do have a Golden Retriever myself. So I can go to Tools, and you'll notice that some things here are going to drop down. It allows me to search by the size. For example, let's say I want a medium-sized picture. Color. This one's very important because it allows me to find one that's transparent. Maybe I want to have the color of my background come through on a particular Google slide, so I can search as a transparent image. I can search by file type. For example, I could have it be clip art, which is going to bring up some additional options of a Golden Retriever. Time, anyone that's been uploaded in the past week. Okay. You'll notice I'm getting some interesting choices. So let me get out of clip art. Let's go back to any type. I can do in the past week. So these have all been uploaded in the past week. Usage rights. I can do Creative Commons, which means I'm able to use that in publications that I'm going to be putting together. And when I click on Creative Commons, it's going to give me, very limited options there. But let me expand this out to say in the past month. And there we go. We have a few that we can use here. There's other commercial or other licenses as well that you could be looking into, some additional images. At the same time, if you're using, well, here's some interesting things for you. Golden Retrievers on boxes of pet food. If you're using these on a Google Slides presentation for your class, as long as you're not, in many of us use images that we find off of the internet. We're not sharing these publicly, and we're not taking these for financial gains. If we're using it for educational purposes, using images like this would be fine. But you might have a specific purpose where you're looking for a specific image, and these will give you some advantages in order to do so. There are some additional things that you can also look for. So in regards to most recent articles about Golden Retrievers, any videos, there's a great one right now of a Golden Retriever sliding down a mountain who happens to like sliding around on the ice. So there's a number of different things you can do in regards to advanced searching. Really, we're only going to focus on the images. In your homework, you're asked to create a little flyer for a car wash. You'll get some specific images that you're actually going to look for. Follow the directions, and I think you'll be fine. And as always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself or any of the Level 2 Academy trainers, Monica Stepa, or Jamie Gross. So feel free to reach out. We look forward to addressing any of your questions that you may have, and we will see you guys in class next week.